What's up, YouTube? This is Paulo. So today we're going to be talking about how to stay current in technology. So let's get started. Before we go any further, make sure to hit that red subscribe button down below and also click that bell so you get notified anytime I post a video. Now back to the video. Okay, so I thought this would be a great video. So it's like how to keep current with technology. So there's a few different ways that I do it. So it used to be how I did it back in before like 2014 and like before that. I stayed current by just reading CNET, and then as time went on, I expanded my knowledge and went above and beyond that. So used to be I read CNET. If I was looking for something in particular, either from CNET or just in general, like maybe I saw, oh look, how to run Windows programs on Linux, or I heard about something that was neat, I would go do research off into that. But anyway, I've since then expanded from it, so other ways that I do it now is I found out other tech YouTubers have great information. The technology section of Google News is really great. My biggest one I use is Podcast. So what's neat about them, so whether it's something like Apple Insider, something like Linus's The WAN Show, I used to really rely on stuff like Tech Talk by JayzTwoCents and Barnacules, but that's been redone now. Plus, they didn't talk about tech half the time anyway. And then a few other ones here and there, depending on what I'm wanting to watch. So I usually would rely on them, either watching them live, or like, in some cases, I would just listen to them on the way home back from school on the weekends. So that's some ways that I would do it. Another way that you can do it is watch tech recaps throughout the week, whether it be TechLinked, MCS Tech, which they do only like once a week. Front Page Tech used to be a good one, and a few different ones. And also, those all work. And if you really want to get on the action, you can also follow a bunch of like technology influencers and people that are just into technology. And like even though brands like Instagram pages and like YouTube pages and like Facebook pages and whatever, you can follow all sorts of different technology related stuff and learn your information from there. So I do that because let's say I'm busy one week and I don't have time to listen to a hour-long podcast or watch like a tech recap. I can sit going through like Instagram and see a bunch of like posts from like technology influencers about what they're up to, or like I can go on YouTube and see like product videos, which may not be interesting to some people, but some people it can be. It all depends. But there's a bunch of different ways to do it. And if you strictly want to go to like the press route, CNET's a good one. Anandtech, Gamers Nexus. What are some other ones? I think Hardware Connect still does regular articles. They may just only do YouTube now. Not sure. I've watched their YouTube before. What else is there? Apple Insider. YouTube with a bunch of influencers. TechCrunch, Windows Central, Android Android Authority, which that was another thing too. The Windows Central and Android Authority, and I think they even have one for like BlackBerry and stuff. Those were like a few other ones I used to read back in the day. So like they covered all the mobile news on like one website. And what else was there? I'm probably leaving out a few different ones, but either way, I mean, you can read stuff, but just keep in mind, don't overload yourself with trying to keep up with it perfectly, because I like have a gist of how to do stuff. Like I taught myself how to build a PC a while back, and I know current trends like heck. I know AMD's was showing off a 32 core processor, and then Intel was showing off, I think it was like a 28 core that was, yeah, I think it was like 28 core. I knew that it was overclocked, but they used a water chiller to do it, and then also, forgetting to mention it, blah-de-da-da-da. But, so I know about that. I know they got new business platforms on both Intel and AMD. I know both platforms have new extreme platforms that have came out within the last year and that'll probably be refreshed. But one thing that I don't try to focus on sometimes is like product numbers. Like, for example, like I know I'm running a 7700K in my personal rig, which is like one of the best chips you can get for gaming. Even now, price to performance wise, even though it's lacking on a core, some cores now was, and I say that because AMD and Intel's mainstream ones are like geared to 6 and 8 cores, like on the high end mainstream stuff. But I mean, even with just 4 cores, that's still one of the best price to performance you can pay for gaming. Even though I don't game that much, it's clocked high, so it runs fast and it's got really good IPC, blah-de-da-da-da. But, so I know I'm running a 7700K, and then I also know I'm running like a AMD Ryzen 5 1400 in my other system. So I know stuff like that. But let's like Intel and AMD's like extreme platform. I know right now the highest you can get is 16 on AMD and 18 on Intel. I don't try to memorize product names. Sometimes I may do it if I see it enough, but that's one thing I don't focus on. Also, there's another one I'm going to talk about. Burnout. How I try to get away from like burning out and trying to keep up with tech, because I am an IT major, all things considered. I have other interests, like I go camping from time to time. I like the outdoors. I read books. I do other stuff that's non-technology related, because sometimes my mom just assumes that since technology is one of my main interests, that's all I do. But no, I do other stuff, and I have other interests. So one way I don't stay burned out. In fact, I've spent less time keeping up with technology in the past like year and a half, maybe almost 2 years now, than I have in the past when I was younger. So yeah, you gotta have a really good balance on that. But other than that, I think that's about it. This was a simple video. I'm not gonna really edit it that much, so if you made it to the end, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.